सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Page 13, 1-3, last 2 lines. Evam tavat pratyakshanumanam agama pramanam avashtam bhat atmanah niratishayam sukhahita vyatireka siddhehem ahitasya cha षष्ठगोचरवत् स्वतः एव अनभिसम्बन्धादेव स्वाभाव्यात्मनः अनवबोधमात्रादेव हितं मे स्यात् अहितं मे मा भूदिति मिथ्याज्ञानं दूषरशुक्तिका अनवबोधोत्थ मिथ्याज्ञानवत् प्रवृत्तिनिमित्तमिति निर्धारितम्. The second line, last word, eva anabhisambandhadevam, evam, that dot must be clear. Then swabhavyatma anavabodha. So all are joined words, you have to split properly. Anavabodha matradeva plus hitam me syat. Sureśvara has established that any action done by any person with some expectation, that is hitam, good for me, and any action like nivritti, to get rid of, any action done with an intention, ahitam me ma bhutidi, let there not be any unfavorable, unpleasant experiences for me. The two intentions. For every action of the person, action is of two types. Pravritti rupaka karma, nivritti rupaka karma. Pravritti means going towards to do that or to get it. Nivritti rupa karma is that to get rid of, to coming back or going away from that experience or object. Every person do either this or that. There is no third action. Going for is pravritti. Going behind from that is called nivritti. Nivritti means coming back from that action. So the pravritti, nivritti is happening in the human life with the intention of hitam ahitam iti buddhi. This is good for me, therefore I want to. This janati first, this is good for me, janati. Therefore let me get it, desire, ichchati. Let me get it. How can I get it? I have to go for it. Yatate. He puts effort. First knowing, then desiring, then going for it. It's called pravritti. When it is hitam, good for him. But when it is not hitam, good, not good, it is not favorable. When it is unfavorable to me, association with that person, association with that object, getting that experience is unfavorable to me, it is ahitam, therefore nivritti. We are doing throughout the day, but words are little bit Sanskrit, new words for us. Pravritti, nivritti. This pravritti, nivritti, keeping hitam, ahitam in the mind. This is good for me, this is not good for me. Acharya wants to say, this hita buddhi, ahita buddhi, pravritti, nivritti, person is doing because of mithya jnanam. Mithya jnanam. Wrong knowledge. Why it is wrong knowledge? He says, really speaking, there is no hitam, there is no ahitam in that object or person to you. There is no hitam or ahitam. There is no good or bad with regard to person or object or anything, either to go for it or to get rid of it. Really it is not true. Your notion, your thought that it is good for me, this is not good for me. Therefore, what is good for me? I want to go for it. I want it. It's not good for me. I don't want. This type of thinking is called wrong knowledge. Why it is wrong knowledge? Because you do not know that you are hita ahita vilakshana atma. You are the atma for whom there is no favorable, unfavorable at all. You have mistaken yourself as the body-mind complex. Because of that mistake, further you have extended your mistake, error, that you have developed raga, dvesha for that, likes and dislikes. Then because of raga, dvesha, you have developed kama, desire to go for it, desire to get rid of it. The whole thing is because of misconception. Anavabodha matradeva. Swabhavya atma anavabodha. That which is your own real nature. Swabhavya. Very, very close to you that you are. Anavabodha. You do not know that. In which Atma you, there is no good or bad. There is no Mangalam, there is no Amangalam. Instead of claiming that I am free from hita, ahita, good, bad, na punyam, na papam, I am Satchidananda Swarupam, Anavabodha Matra Eva. Due to this reason, you are doing some pravritti, nivritti type of actions. Hitam me syat, ahitam me ma bhutiti, all this mithya jnanam. Just like Ushara, marriage water, you are running for. I am so thirsty, I want to quench my thirst. So let me run for water. where there is no water at all, you are running for. These are examples. Similarly, you are running for Putra Ananda, Putri Ananda, Griha Ananda, Kar Ananda. Different Anandas seek you are running for. Really speaking, you need not run. For which Ananda you are running for, that Ananda is you. You, the Atma, Ananda Swarupam. There is no possibility of dukkha in this Atma, your real nature. Since you are not claiming that you are Priyamoda, Pramoda, Vilakshana, Turiya, Ananda, Atma Swarupam, you are denying your real nature in spite of many classes. We are managing to deny, disclaiming, but you are claiming lot of things other than claiming what you have to claim. We are claiming Aadhaar card, we are claiming house, we are claiming car, we are claiming whole lot of possessions and all. What has to be claimed, you are denying. What need not be claimed, you are claiming. Is this not mithya jnana? Understand what mistake you are doing. Sureśvara is asking. Mithya jnana ushara shuktika anavabodha uttida. Since you do not know it is a shell, since you do not know it is sand, you are thinking there is water, there is silver, you are thinking like that and running for that. So this is mithya jnana uttita pravritti nimitta iti, pravritti nimittamiti nirdharitam. It has been established, confounded, confirmed. Your stamp pottachi. Acharyas or Shastra putting a stamp upon what? Upon our own thinking. What thinking? Mithya jnanam. Ellathikku stamp podanam illaya. Nirdharitam. Still you are not able to accept that. Further I will explain. I am not tired of explaining. Up to here we saw in the last class. Next line. Same line. Shastram shem na padartha shakyadhana kratiditi padartha shakyadhana kratiditi atha etasya eva uttaratra prapanchaha arabhyate. Very important line. Shastram cha na padartha shakti adhana krititi. Shakyadhana. What it means? Adhana means creator. Shastram is not the creator. Shastram na padartha shakti adhanam. Shastram, scriptures. Either it is Vedanta vakyams are of two types. Siddha bodhaka vakyam and pravartaka bodhaka vakyam. There are many statements in Veda Purva, many statements in Veda Anta. Veda Purva Bhaga Vakyani, Veda Anta Vakya Bhaga. Veda Purva Vakya Bhagani called as Pravartaka Vakyani or Chodana Vakyani or Vidhi Bodhaka Vakyani. Vidhi Bodhaka Vakyani, Chodana Bodhaka Vakyani or Pravartaka Bodhaka Vakyani. Which Vakyani or statements They are called activators. Activators, pravartana, chodana, vidhi, nishedha. Vidhi and nishedha. This chodana vakyani, pravartana bodhaka vakyani, they are all two types. Pravartaka vakyani, there are two types. Vidhi vakyani, vidhi pravartaka vakyani, nishedha pravartaka vakyani. Vidhi means to be done. Those actions, statements, those statements which are talking about to be done. The statements of Upanishads, the statements of Veda Purva, they talk about vidhi bodhaka vakyam. And the chodana vakyam, two types. Vidhi chodakam, nishedha. Vidhi nishedha. That vakyam talks about to do, and that vakyams talk about not to do. Nishedha. Nishedha mukha vakyam. Vidhi mukha vakyam, nishedha mukha vakyam. Both of them come under chodana vakyani. Both of them come under chodana, pravartaka vakyani or pravarta bodhaka vakyani, vidhi vakyani. Then the first one is siddha bodhaka vakyam. Vidhi bodhaka vakyams, the vakyams of commandment. Commandment in the form of to do sandhya vandanam, aharahar sandhya upasita. Vidhi bodhaka vakyam. Aharahar sandhya upasita is vidhi bodhaka vakyam. Doing vakyams. Not doing vakyams are those nishedha mukha vakyani. Suram na pivet, himsam na kuryat. They are all nishedha mukha vakyani. Vidhi mukha vakyam, nishedha mukha vakyam. Both come under commandments. Both come under chodana vakyani, commandments. The first one is siddha bodhaka vakyam, that vakyam which talks about that which is already accomplished. Vakyam, siddha bodhaka vakyam, already accomplished vakyam. So these are the types of vakyams. Just keep them in your mind. Whenever again comes, we will talk about them. These vidhi nishedha vakyams always have commandment. What type of commandment? In Vyakaranam grammar, Sanskrit grammar, there are 10 tenses. In English, only 3 tenses are there in any language. But in Sanskrit, there are 10 tenses. 3 tenses, we are facing a problem. 10 tenses. Commandment tenses are vidhiling, lot, tavya pratyaya. Only for grammar students, just remember. Lot, agnya, commandment. Ling, vidhiling, that which talks about vidhi is called vidhiling. And tavya pratyaya means kartavyam, datavyam. When tavya comes, shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha, that tavya pratyaya comes. There is a big argument in Brahma Sutra about this tavya pratyaya. How can you say it is not commandment? Shrotavyaha, mantavyaha is also there in Jnana Yoga. That all big argument, very nice. So tavya pratyaya should be done, should not be done. So these are all come under commandments. Siddha bodhaka vakyam, which is already available, Shastra reveals that. So these are the 2 types of words, statements, commandments, and fact-revealing statements, siddha bodhaka vakyam. They reveal only fact. Fact-revealing statements are siddha bodhaka vakyam. Commandment statements are vidhi bodhaka, chodana bodhaka vakyam. So these are all statements are there. Shastram cha. Satya shastram. Now commandment shastram. Shastram cha. na padartha shakti adhanam krita. Shastra never, padartha means here the listening person. Padartha means not any our padartha, kitchen la padartha. Here padartha means a person who is listening. Listening person. Shakti adhana. Shakti means here the activating power. The activating power. Shastra is not the creator of activating power in the person's mind who is listening to Shastra. Shastra statements are not activating the power to do an action in the mind of that person who is listening. For example, Shastra statement is this: what? Aharahar sandhyam upasita. May you do sandhya vandanam. Sandhya vandanam, the morning, prataha, madhyana, sayam, sandhya. Shastra's commandment. This commandment, because of this commandment, can it activate the person to do sandhya vandanam? It is the commandment coming from the Veda Purva. Does this person who is the listener, padartha, the person who is listening that commandment, shakti adhanam karoti, it activates the person. Shastra is telling sandhyam, aharahar sandhyam upasita, himsam na kuryat, don't do any violence. Shastra is telling, let me follow. Is this Shastra commandment activating any action in the person's mind who is listening this statement? If it activates the person, whomever it is addressing sandhya upasita, everybody has to do sandhya vandanam. But nobody, many people are not doing. That itself is a proof. Commandment cannot make the person or activate the person, cannot create any interest to the person to do that action. Himsam na kuryat, suram na pibet, dhumapanam na kuryat. Who is listening? If it is a commandment, if it is an activator of action in the mind of that person, people have to drop that smoking, drinking, violence, and they have to drop. In spite of listening, they are doing. Satyam vada, satyam vada. People are violating. Therefore, padartha shakti adhana krit shastram na bhavati. Understanding? Shastram padartha shakti adhana krita na bhavati. Shastra can never become the producer or creator of action in the mind of that listener of that statement. Then what Shastra does? What this Shastra does? Shastra gives only knowledge. If you do sandhya vandanam, this is good for you. If you do himsa, this is bad for you. If you drink, it is bad for your health. Good, not good for your health. These are the knowledge giving statements. It gives only knowledge. Pramanam jnana janakam. Na kama janakam, na karma janakam. What is pramanam? Pramajanakam pramanam. That pramanam is a means which gives knowledge. What knowledge? This knowledge. Dhumapanam na kuryat, injurious to health. Jnanam janayati. Whether to avoid that or to take it, and who desires that? That desire is the cause for activity. Not that pramanam. Pramanam jnana janakam. Karma or karma is done by Smoking is done by the person, or smoking is avoided by that person, or drinking done by that person or avoided by that person, not because of Shastra commandments, but because of his desire, his liking or disliking. If he dislike, he will not go for that. If he likes, he go for that. Ichha kamaha eva karmanaha karanam bhavati. Kama alone is the cause for karma. That karma is because of ignorance, ajnanam. That ajnanam janya karma can never give you moksha. That is our standpoint. Karma can never remove your ignorance. Instead of saying that karma removes ignorance, we have to say what? Karma is generated by ignorance. How such karma can destroy ignorance? Atma ajnanam. Atma ajnanam eva, the karyam, that karma is the karyam because of that ajnanam. So ajnanam has to be removed. Jnanam alone is the solution. First you have to convince yourself. This is very, very clear. This is called diagnosis. Shastra, Sureśvara Acharya diagnosing the problem. Many people, in spite of coming to Shastra also, they won't get conviction with regard to this. All my pursuits are running for all things to achieve something good, and this is good, all pursuits, because of mithya jnanam. Mithya jnanam alone is the cause. Ignorance removal alone is the solution for moksha. Therefore, many people do not know this. This conviction is very important. Unless this conviction takes place, you cannot come to Shastra deeply. You study Shastra, but you don't come deeply towards Shastra because the conviction is required. That is why he is talking so much. Why this much elaboration? Karma cannot give moksha because karma is born out of ajnanam. Ajnanam alone is the cause of samsara. Therefore, remove your ajnanam. Get jnanam. Jnanam alone liberates you. Karma can never liberate you. That is that conclusion. Adhanakrit iti. Atha etasyaiva uttaratra. With regard to this only, further lessons. Prapanchaha means the subject matter. Here prapanchaha means not universe. Prapanchaha arabhyate means the subject matter. The later portions are I am going to start with this background only. Continuation. Next verse 30. Na paripsam jihasam vam pumsa shastram karoti nije eva tu te yasmat paschādāvapi darshanāt. Shastram pumsaha na paripsam jihasam va karoti. Shastram. Shastram means, see, Purvapakshi said, Laukika karma is not, we are talking, Shastriya karma, Vaidika karma alone is the instigator of action in the mind of the person, Purvapakshi said. For that Acharya said, even Shastra Vakyam also cannot be the activator or producer of the desire to do that action. Shastra commandment is not going to help us. What is that making the person to go for that, to run away from that? No, only his desire. Kamaha, kama sankalpaha, vicikitsa, Kama alone is the main cause. Kama is because of self-ignorance. Kama desire for that, thinking that Ananda is outside. Something is giving dukkham, that bhranti is there. Actually, that kama comes because of ignorance only. Because of ignorance only kama comes, because of ignorance only karma comes. All of them are kutti, all are babies, come from Atma Ajnanam only. That is ignorance, so dectomy you have to do, final. These are all first aids. Person may ask, why this Purva Bhaga of Veda promoting and preserving this type of karma? You are telling all the karmas are done by ignorant person only. Why Shastra is encouraging Jyotishto mena swarga kamo yajeta putra kameshti agena putram no prapyeta. Why Shastra is preserving and promoting this type of statements? People question. Why the heaven, the Purva Bhaga Veda, all Ajnana Karyam only you are telling. In the Ajnana Karya Rupa Karma, why it is encouraging us? Why to encourage? And after encouraging, when I am doing and telling, you are doing because of Mithya Jnanam. Then Veda only doing all problems, creating. Why Veda Purva has to encourage that? Why can't Veda straight away say these are all Mithya Jnanam, don't do? Why they have to do that? Then Sureśvara says, don't ask like that. That is not the right way to ask the question. Why Shastra preserve that? Why Shastra promote that ignorant based karmas, all the Jyotishtoma Yaga, Putra Kameshti Yaga, all this why? Because you have to ask a question. Adhikari Bheda is there. There are different people. People are not get convinced at all, however much Shastra says, because they have powerful obsession towards all worldly pleasures. They have powerful obsession for Swarga. They have powerful obsession for Brahmaloka. They have powerful obsession with Punya, Papa, Sanchita Karma, Agami Karma. Great obsession is there. Therefore Shastra slowly gives dose by dose, not ore dose udane close. We should not give like that dose. First, he has to get jnana yogyata. He has to get conviction. My ignorance is the cause for all the problems. I am only the cause for my problems. So to recognize, he required certain qualifications, jnana yogyata. That qualification is sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. That qualification is viveka, vairagyam, all these are required. Without that he cannot desire for Atma. Therefore Veda prepares him by giving karma kanda. Slowly he can refine with those karmas. Shastra is prescribing, and Shastra is not talking limitations also. Shastra is talking limitations. Na karmana, na prajaya. But you are not listening. Shastra, the commandments, vidhi nisheda, only you are listening. However much you go, Brahma bhuvanan lokaha punaravartino Arjuna. This much Shastra is telling. Shastra is giving warning. Don't go for that. However much you do all of them, you will not get freedom, shanti. Shastra is telling. But you are attracted towards them. You are not listening to the other statements of Shastra. Because you are enamored by them. By that time you are deaf enough to what? Not to listen. What? That warning. Because Shastra said. Puja, Abhishekam, so many things Shastra said. Shastra says only limited phalam, temporary phalam, ayaram, gayaram phalam. That I don't want to listen. This is called selective amnesia. Selective amnesia. People choose what they love, what they like. They don't want to hear. Mother also says like that. This is very nice, this is very nice. Baby is starting running, going. And mother warns there. Go, but be careful. She is going to say, but the child won't listen. By that time, child left the door and gone out also. So mother is shouting. Shastra Mata is shouting behind. By that time, we have jumped into Karma Kanda. We are doomed in that Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda. And Shastra, before it is completing the rest of the statement, we have already drowned. Karma Kanda is good. Upasana Kanda is good. Listen the last statement also. They give only qualification. They give only Jnana Yogyata. They prepare you. Later you have to come to the class of Swamini. By that time we have left Shastra Mata. Not you, many people. They don't listen. Physically, not physically I am telling. The minds are not applied to that Shravanam. Jnana Kanda, they are not applied. They applied only to Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda. And they take their ultimate. Shastra is talking about next step also, Jnana Kanda. Jnana Yogyata is possible only through Karma Kanda. Jnana Yogyata is possible only through Upasana Kanda. Prepare yourself. But there you won't get Ajnana Nivritti, Ajnana Karya, Karma, Punya, Papa, Janma, Marana, Chakram. You cannot come out in that. For that you have to come here. So without Jnana Kanda, Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, they are incomplete. Without Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda is impossible, my dear. Liquid food first, then semi-liquid, semi-solid, then solid. In an abstract subject, all people cannot sit and listen. Those who are having, or those who have done little bit karma yoga, little bit upasana, puja, some dhyanam, japam, those who have done only, they get interest in Jnana Kanda. Not all people, you see. All people won't get. Therefore, Shastram na pravartakam bhavati. Na paripsa va jihasam va. Paripsa means paritaha aptum ichha paripsa. Shastra will never create an interest to do that or not to do that. Paripsam va or jihasa. Nishedha vakya vishaye jihasa. Vidhi vishaye paripsa. Desire to acquire. Shastra is not at all connected to that. Karoti na. Shastra doesn't generate desire for sukha, desire for dukkha. Desire to go away from dukkha, desire to go for sukha. Shastra never generate interest. What generate na? Your viveka. Your viveka only, either it generates or interest or to come out of that your thinking. Nije evatu te. Te means both of them. Te dakarantaha strilingaha tat shabdaha pradhama vibhakti dvivachanam. Ta te. Te means here both. By both of them, what are they? Desire to get, desire to get rid of. Both of them. Paripsa, jihasa, both of them. Desire to get or desire to drop. Nije eva tu. Nije eva tu. Nija means here inborn. They are inborn. Desire to go for that, desire not to go for that. It is inborn, intrinsic swabhava of that person. Not only in human beings, Acharya says, Pashvadavapi, Pashvadau api, Paschatan padichirukanu, tappu, Pashvadau api, Pashvadavapi. Even animals you can see this. Pashvadavapi, even the cow walks to under the tree for shade. Cow walks under the tree for shade by studying Shastra. Nije eva, Swabhava, it is the nature of any other being also. Where is Sukham, it goes. If you show some grass in your hand, it comes, Pravritti. If you show a stick, Nivritti. For that sake, Purva Bhaga of Veda, cow has studied. Not necessary. Cow itself is having Pashvada api, what to talk of human being. Human being also having, going for that, not going for that. He is having natural, inborn desire for that. Darshanat. This we are seeing in the world. Animals, birds, all of them are having. And the bird also, when you go near, it is afraid, frightened, and it runs away. And you go away, then it comes and eats. Every prani knows that. It is a life, intrinsic, natural, hidden, basic swabhava of every being. Therefore, person also doing like that only, all actions. Next portion will be then 31st verse, introduction. Uktam tavat anavabuddha vastu yadhatmyah evam vidhi pratishedha shastreshu adhikriyate iti athadhuna vishaya svabhavanurodhena pravritya sambhavam vaktu kama aham uktam tavat. Until now, I have established. What I have established? Anavabuddha vastu yadhatmyah. This is the name of that hero. Who is that hero? Ignorant person. Anavabuddha yadhatmyah. Compound word. Anavabuddham vastu yadhatmyam. Ena purushena. Saha purushaha anavabuddha vastu yadhatmyah. Visarga is dropped because of sandhi rule. Ajnani ityarthaha. What a big name for ajnani, ignorant person. Atma ajnani, what a strong name. Anavabuddha vastu yadhatmyah. Vastu means here Atma, who is ignorant of the yadhatmya vastu, real nature of the self. Who is ignorant of that real nature of the self. Self-ignorant person. Atma ajnani ityarthaha. Anavabuddha means not known. Vastu, Atma. Unknown Atma is Jivaha. Known Jivaha is Atma. Atma or Brahman. If I know myself I am Atma, I am not a Jivaha. If I think I am Jivaha, Punyavan, Papavan, I can never know the Atma. Okay. Anavabuddha vastu yadhatmyam. Yadhatmyam means in its real sense, as it is exactly. Eva, because of that ignorance only, self-ignorance only, vidhi pratishedha shastreshu adhikriyate. That person alone is having the pravritti and nivritti, where vidhi pratisiddheshu. Vidhi means vidhi vakyeshu and nishedha vakyeshu. That person adhikari means what? Qualified. Who is qualified to do Sandhya Vandanam? Who has taken that Gayatri and he is adhikari to do Sandhya Vandanam, not all people. So the certain actions are also, who has to do Putra Kamishti Yaga? Not all people. All people, those who are Kuchela need not do Putra Kamishti Yaga. In the Chirapunji, there is one place called Amboli in Maharashtra. Always rains comes. They need not do Varuna Yaga. They do Varuna Yaga, they get floods. So they need not do Varuna Yaga because maximum 99% of the days they get rains. So they need not do Varuna Yaga. Who has to do Varuna Yaga? Chennai, especially people only has to do. That is called Adhikari. Who is the Adhikari for Varuna Yaga, Varuna Yagnam, Varuna Japana? Chennai people, Tamil Nadu people. They are deserved to do that Varuna Japa. And Madri, the Vedic karma, vidhi, commandments of doing, pratisiddha, pratishedha, shastra means nishedha mukha vakyeshu, adhikriyate iti. That person alone, ajnani alone, do that. Because Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Atma, Swarupa is not lacking anything. I am that. Jnanam is not there. Anava Buddha Vastu Yathatmyaha. Therefore, he goes for that. Up to here, I have completed. Atha Athuna. Now what? Present, I am going to do Vishaya Swabhavanurodhena Pravurtya Sambhavam Vaktu Kama Aha. Now I am interested in explaining that. Aha. Aha, oho means what? I am interested in explaining Vaktu Kama, desirous of explaining. I am desirous of analyzing what? Pravurtya Sambhavam Vishaya Swabhavanurodhena. What do you mean by Vishaya here? Purusharthaha eva Vishayaha, goals. Vishayaha, subject matter of human goal. Vishaya Swabhava Anurodhena. Anurodhena means in keeping with. In keeping with what is non-required goal and required goal. This is required. This is not required. So based on that, with regard to moksha, this goal is a required goal, this goal is not required goal. I have to describe you for moksha, for Atma Jnanam eva moksha. Moksha alone is Shanti. Shanti alone is Turiya Atma Aham. Shantam Shivam Advaitam. So for moksha praptyartham, I have to talk about, I am desirous of analyzing this with regard to moksha, what type of karma to be done, what type of karma need not be done, whether to do karma at all, not to do karma at all. I am going to talk about that. Why to do karma at all if it is not required? No, it is required. Then if it is required, why it is required? I have to talk about that. Karma yoga, upasana yoga. How long one has to do that? Who has to do that? These are all to be explained. Therefore, I am interested in that. Vaktu kamaha, desirous of explaining, analyzing this topic, which goal is required, karma, which goal doesn't require karma, I want to explain. Pravritti asambhavam Vishaya Swabhavanurodhena. So there are two groups are there, or two goals are there. First goal is person going for. Normally people are doing actions. Praptasya praptihi. First goal. Praptasya praptihi. Then nivrittasya nivrittihi. And he is going to present how human beings are in the quick fix. They say quick fix means what? Not physical. Fixed in that ajnana jalam, net-like. Because of that only the problems all. Samsara, that you remember 7 steps. Kama, karma, raga, dvesha, all. The whole thing is because of this jalam, net. That is because of ignorance. He says people are doing pravrittasya nivrittasya nivrittihi praptasya praptihi. He gives example, very well known examples. We read that portion now. 2 slokas together. One correction. This 31st sloka number is correct. 32nd verse they have given 62nd verse. And the mood badla 6 pota Sanskritla. Pavam printing person ke rendu ore maadhiri thondirkum. And it 32, not 62. We will read that shloka. Very interesting, very good observation. Known only, but this is the crux where this Tandavalam, you know, the Tandavalam, the train changed its track, whether to go to Calcutta or Delhi, anga decide agum. Okay, adu madri in the rendu shlokame Tandavalam madri, where we are, what mistake we are doing. See, the simple examples he teaches. People remember examples, but we do not know how to connect this drishtanta to the ashtanta. That is the problem. Kantachamikara Nyayam he is going to talk. The ghost example he is going to talk. Namakella theriyume. Ellame theriyume. Kantachamikara Nyayam namak theriyada. Why this Kantachamikara Nyaya? He has to introduce here what is the dashtanta for original he is going to connect. That we have to connect. A student, an agile student, alert student connects properly. And the connection, if you don't do connection properly, you will miss the Tandavalam. You will miss the track. Delhi போவேண்டியது கல்கட்டா போயிடும், கல்கட்டா போவேண்டியது டெல்லி போயிடும். அது மாதிரி ஆயிடும். நிறைய பேர் பஷ்யன்ன பின்ன பஷ்யத்தென்ன கதா. இந்த கண்டச்சாமிகர நியாய எனக்கு நல்லா தெரியும், என்ன தெரியும். இப்போ பாருங்க, அவர் நல்ல அழகாக சொல்கிறாரு. 2 எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்கிறார். First 2 slokas we will read together. Together means one after the other we will read. Lipsate jnanato labdham kanthe chamikaram yatha varjitam chasvato bhrantya छायामात्मनो यथा छायायामात्मनो यथा भयान्मोहावनद्धात्मा रक्ष परिजिहीर्षति यच्चावपरिहृतं वस्तु यच्चापरिहृतं वस्तु तथा लब्धं न लिप्सते. अज्ञानतः कंठे चामीकरम् अलब्धं. कंठे, one person, in his neck he is wearing a minor chain. All people, so many of them wearing not a necklace. In your translation there is a necklace. If it is a necklace, it is very easy to find out. Manga mala and then mala purvalya. That's easy to find out. Here, Kantha Chamikaram, very minor, very light, few grams only with there, the chain. It's a very, very difficult whether it is there on my neck or not. You do not know its weight. Suddenly the Kantha Chamikaram, it went back. He is touching here, it is not there. Then he thought, I have lost my chain. He rushed to that function where he went and showed that chain also to others and friends, and came back when he saw that it is not there when he touched. But he went there and asked that person, running all the way, went back and asked, where is my chain? Then that person said, chain is on your neck. This is Kantha Chamikaram Nyayam. I will tell you one more example recently happened in Rishikesh camp. There are two students in one room. One student kept the room key in her own bag, handbag, and asking the other student, where is the room key? And the other student is so trembled. What happened, the key, where I kept it? She is very much worrying about that key, and this lady is demanding, where is the key, where is the key? Give me the key. Then she said, I have given to you only. That lady said, and no, you have not given to me. Please check, you are only having that. Then she opened her bag, it is there under the papers. There are so many papers in that, under the hanky it is there. Once she opened and taken the hanky out, it is hidden there. It is newly she got the key, or it is already prapta vastu praptihi. This is called praptasya prapti. Then she got the key. Both are happy. We got the key. Key is not there, very difficult to go to the room. So, this is what happens in our case also many times in our life. And people are wearing chashma and they keep on their head. They forgot they have kept on the head. Where is my chashma? Where is my chashma? And this husband is asking his wife, hey, where is my chashma? Where you have kept it? She said, on your head only. And the madre, நிறைய examples. When you are writing, you keep the pen in the ear. Nowadays, many people are not keeping. Those days, they keep behind their ear and they search for pen. Praptasya praptihi. Ingeda irukappa. Analu searching, shouting, asking everything. By that time and books, everything, they move here and there. Required? Not required. Adi madri here Kantha Chamikaram yatha kanthe. Chamikaram yatha kanthe. Alabdham. He is not there. Then what? Ajnanataha. Because of that ignorance, this neck chain is on my neck only. It is not away from me. I am already having this ajnanataha, but not knowing that. Lipsate. Labdhum icchate. Desiderative form. He thinks it is not there, but he wants to get it now. Is it required to entertain that thought to get it? I want to get it. Not required. Because of ajnana, he is thinking it is not there. This is one example. This is for one goal, people praptasya prapti. One goal. Already trying to accomplish what is already accomplished. Attain to some, it wants to attain something what is already attained. Trying to accomplish something what is already accomplished. Called praptasya prapti. Next example is chayayam atmanaha. One's own shadow. By seeing one's own shadow, rakshaha. Rakshaha means ghost. Thinking it is a ghost. Looking at his own shadow, thinking it is like a ghost. Rakshaha means ghost. Varjitam swataha bhrantya. Varjita means ghost is not there really. He is thinking it is a bhutam, pretam, pishacham. He is thinking varjitam, non-existent, but swataha bhrantya, because of bhranti, delusion. See, one's own shadow, he considers it as ghost, rakshaha iti. Then what he does? Parihartum, parijihirshati. Parihartum ichchati, parijihirshati. This is called nivrittasya nivrittihi. The person wants to run away from that ghost. Existent ghost or non-existent ghost? Non-existent ghost. Swataha varjitam parantu parijihirshati, parihartum ichchati. Because of what again? Mohat, mohanadhatma, mohau anavadhatma. Mohat means blind. Anavadhatma means mind. Whose mind is blind? Not eyes are blind. Mind is blind. Thinking that it is a ghost. Anavadhatma means that mind which is blind, because of that he has developed bhayam. Bhayat. Bhayat mohavanadhatma rakshaha varjitam swataha api. Even though it is not there really, parijihirshati. Yat cha aparihritam vastu tadha alabdham cha lipsate. Even though it is not there, he is desirous of to get rid of from that ghost. From non-existent ghost he want to get rid of. This is drishtanta. What is dashtanta? Dashtanta is very important. Atma is always available, you are. Shanti Swarupam, Ananda Swarupam. Not knowing this Shanta Ananda Swarupa Atma, you are searching for Shanti Ananda outside. And there is no dukkha at all in Atma, not knowing that there is no dukkham at all, but you are thinking there is dukkham because of this, that and all, denying yourself dukkha rahita Atma, and you are thinking there is dukkham. And you want to get rid of dukkham. Anda prayachittam, inda prayachittam. அந்த சனி பகவானுக்கு இந்த தோஷம் எல்லாம் பண்ணி என்னென்னமோ பண்ணுறான். அந்த ஜோசியர்கிட்ட போய் இந்த ஜோசியர்கிட்ட போய் கேட்டுட்டே இருக்கானே இல்லை. இந்த மாதிரி 2 examples நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Then you can come into Drashtanta proper. He is going to explain later more in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari